And as down the road we go, happy Tuesday, the 10th day of October 2017. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee. Dan Kuntz, your host. Steve Hare, our news director. A little chilly, Steve?
A little chilly out there this morning.
39, exactly where we were yesterday at this time.
My heater kicked on for the first time last night, as a matter of fact.
I had a absolute surefire something happened this morning that told me that it's getting colder. I told Caitlin, our producer, the story earlier. Ready to go into the shower, right? Fire the shower up. Takes about 20 seconds, to get the hot water in there. So
Takes mine a little longer than that.
So that's just fire right up, right? I opened up the shower curtain on the other side of where the shower head is, stepped into the tub. Huge black widow spider, about the size of a quarter.
Ooh.
By this afternoon, it'll be that big. But it was big. It was a good size black widow.
Hideous.
It was sizable, with the telltale hourglass red thing on the belly. And basically what I had done is I had disturbed its web making in the shower because it was going up to the very corner of the shower.
That tells me how often you take a shower.
Well, it's Tuesday. You have to remember, and on Tuesdays I shower.
Whether he needs it or not.
Whether I need it or not, I shower on Tuesdays. So yeah, it was like, holy cow. I turned the shower head. I have like 15 settings on the shower head, like most people have, and I turned it on the super duper take your skin off pressure, and I just drowned the thing. But it's very freaky to have a black widow spider in your shower
Any
first thing in the morning.
spider,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Which tells me that this is the time of year where those creepy, crawly, buggy wuggies and spiders start working their way inside your house because it's getting a little cold outside.
And I don't know, black widows seem to be really prolific in this area.
Yeah, they do. They are. They seem to be.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I know what I'm going to do when I get home. I'm going to check every nook and cranny and crevice in my house for these things.
My son had a story last week. He was driving through town, and one was in his car, and it was actually sitting on his leg.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he had to brush that thing off, and he didn't know where it went.
Oh, geez. Well, it's probably still in my car.
Yeah.
Busy show for today. Steve's got a whole bunch of news to get to. As we get further down the road, we have your weather forecast. A little bit of light snow on Stevens Pass expected later on today. A couple of inches, and it'll be gone. Weather forecast is coming up. Sports, quite a bit of sports to get to. My guests in the second half of the show, we're going to pay it forward with our friends at the Lighthouse Clinic and at Calvary Crossroads Church. They're paying it forward this weekend at the church. Jeannie Kerstetter, the director of the Lighthouse Clinic, will be on the show. Also Dale Fields, who is the co-chair of the Pay It Forward Day, and Pastor Jay from the church will be on the show. So we got three guests in the second half of the show.
Yeah, they're paying it forward, explaining it a little to me off the air here, and it sounds like a fascinating project.
It is, and I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a great conversation with those three people, second half of the show. The first thing we'd like to do to get you going on this Tuesday morning, and again, thanks for starting your day with us at the NCW Life Channel, take you around North Central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley with our Valley View cameras. And there's Wenatchee proper. Looks like it's pulled back just a little bit, Steve.
A little bit of sunshine there.
Not bad. We're not going to see much today. It's going to be cloudy today.
All I can see is that little swath going up Wenatchee Avenue, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. This is why we live here. We call that the cross camera, of course, because it's right next to the cross at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. Now, from this point forward, the other three cameras, Steve and I and you find out together, because we haven't seen them yet. Caitlin, our producer, picks them out. That would be Omi Garden. Oh, me, oh, my. It's Omi Garden.
I beat you once.
You did. You got me to it.
Yeah.
You got me to it. There's the Otabashian Bridge in the middle of your screen there. And this tells you about where we are with the Columbia River. They're going to be doing a little bit of some drawdowns to do some work, Steve. See that little spit that sticks out right at the bottom of your screen? In the springtime, that thing is almost completely covered in water.
That's right.
So camera number 3 takes us to, that's Monument. That's got to be Monument.
Towards Quincy.
Yep, beautiful Quincy. Opportunities Unlimited out there in Quincy. Good morning. We're out there in the Columbia Basin and Moses Lake. They can watch this fine program. Thanks for having you on board. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, camera 4.
Threatening clouds.
That is Stamen Flats, of course, US 97A, right down to the bottom of your screen. All of these are live, high-definition cameras, courtesy of our friends at Sky-Fi, where you can get screaming fast internet without having to have fiber run to your home. Pretty darn cool. Technology is a neat thing.
Doesn't look like there's much traffic there on 97 or 97A this morning.
It's early. It's only 7:40 if you're watching this show live from Studio 9 here in downtown Wenatchee. Of course, we replay the show at 9 o'clock this morning and 11 o'clock at night. At 11 o'clock at night, quick heads up, I'm asleep. My Yankees won last night, so I feel good. We're still alive. We take it to a Game 5.
I understand the Buckeyes just scored again, too.
Yeah, Ohio State scored again, so they're just taking it to whoever the heck they're playing this
my
weekend.
alma mater.
San Diego State's playing some good football.
Hey, 6-0. They're playing Boise State this weekend, so.
Oh, that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve is an Aztec.
Go figure.
Go figure. Let's do your weather forecast at 5 minutes after the hour, courtesy of the National Weather Service. It looks like this, still dry today. You see all those clouds, no real rain in the forecast, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Stevens Pass is going to get a little bit of light snow, half an inch here, half an inch there, but Stevens Pass will see temperatures in the 50s by the end of the week. It's not going to stick around.
I saw a dusting up there last night. They had some images of the snow fall up there. So, yeah.
It's still, don't freak out. It's just going to come and go. It'll be gone, Johnson, by the time we get to the weekend. What's going to happen? The ridge of high pressure is still here, but tonight into Wednesday, an upper level trough of low pressure moves into the region. It means cooler weather for us. We're not expecting a great deal of rain. In fact, really, we're not expecting any rain at all until maybe Thursday afternoon, and even then it'll be super light. So mostly cloudy today, partly sunny Wednesday, mostly cloudy Thursday. By the time we get to Friday, another high pressure ridge sets up. Beautiful weekend, Steve. Look at that. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No complaints at all there. They were early talking about quite a bit of wind Wednesday night and Thursday. They backed off on that now, although it is a trough that's going to come in. It's not packing a big punch. Little bit of snow in the passes. At the pass level, it's at Stevens, which is at 4,000 feet. I-90, Snoqualmie, which is 1,000 feet lower in elevation, is not expecting any snow at all.
Well, we're in the harvest for apples right now. Wine grapes are coming off the vineyards. And so, yeah, it's a busy time here in North Central Washington.
And we have a song in our heart, but we're not going to sing. 6.5 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live from Studio 2. 1 minute break. When we come back, Steve Hare has your Tuesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is State Representative Kerry Condata inviting you to check out our newest show on the NCW Life channel. We call it the 12th District. Each week we'll be taking an in-depth look at various political issues that affect our area, our state, and the world. We'll be featuring local and statewide experts on the subject matter at hand. Please join us weekly for the 12th District with yours truly, Kerry Condata. Check your channel guide for times or go to ncwlife.com for details.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
And getting right into the news here for this Tuesday morning on NCW Life. Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl says 2 people are in custody following a high-speed chase over the weekend involving a crash. It was in a stolen vehicle. Now, he says in a news release that a deputy was on routine patrol near the intersection of Sunset Highway and Highway 2 around 1:50 in the morning Sunday. It's when he saw a car traveling at a very high rate of speed. Well, the deputy reportedly caught up with the vehicle on the Eastmont extension and then followed it up a dead-end road. At that point, the sheriff said the suspect vehicle reversed direction and then nearly struck the deputy's patrol car. The 16-year-old suspected driver turned from Eastmont onto Baker and collided then at that point with a guardrail. The deputy saw 3 suspects flee on foot. One male suspect was arrested after he was found hiding in some bushes near a private residence. The vehicle was found to have been stolen from Eniat several hours earlier. Meanwhile, later in the day, Sunday, the suspected driver turned himself in at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. All of the suspects are from the East Wenatchee area as that investigation continues. Also, big news out of Grant County, in fact, several central Washington counties, where authorities report over 41,000 pounds of illegal marijuana was seized in a multi-agency raid in 3 central Washington counties. Now, the 3-month investigation was coordinated by the Grant County Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team, or INET, and resulted in the arrest of 24 suspects, 56 illegal firearms, a large amount of ammunition, semi-automatic weapons, and assault rifles were also confiscated, along with $55,000 in cash. In all, the crackdown uncovered and dismantled illegal grow operations in all areas of Grant County, including Ephrata, George, Mattawa, Moses Lake, Quincy, Soap Lake, Shawana, Warden, and Wheeler. Also, the campaign included warrants in Othello, Adams, and Mesa in Franklin counties. So a huge drug bust, netting authorities over 41,000 pounds of marijuana illegally grown in that area. A search suspended Monday for a Moses Lake man who disappeared Saturday morning from his home after taking a walk. Sheriff's deputies and search and rescue crews searched the area near roads 2 and 0 northeast Monday looking for Chuck Taylor, as you see pictured here. He's been missing since Saturday morning. They did not find the 62-year-old man or any evidence of his whereabouts. Investigation continues. Sheriff's deputies are not planning any future searches unless evidence surfaces allowing them to refocus those search efforts. Meanwhile, anyone with information should contact the Grant County Sheriff's Office, the number 509-762-1160. Chelan County Superior Court Judge Alicia Nakata has announced her decision to retire from the bench at the end of the year. The 62-year-old judge has served since 2013, succeeding Judge John Bridges. She has also served as Chelan County District Court Judge for 17 years prior to that. Governor Jay Inslee will be tasked now with appointing a new judge to serve out the remainder of Nakata's term. She was reelected last year to another 4 years on the bench. November's general election could result in new leadership on the Wenatchee School Board, with 5 candidates competing for 3 positions. Jennifer Talbot is seeking her second term as Position 5 Director. She outlined her platform at a recent forum at John Newberry Elementary School.
One of the areas I have taken a particular interest in during my term of office is the communication plan embedded in several areas of our Wenatchee Learn strategic plan. Over this past year, I have been involved with the recently formed district learning team, and have been very impressed with the data gathering and conversation after the team conducted listening and learning tours with staff. I think this listening and learning model shows promise for both parent and community feedback in assessing what is working well and what areas need improvement. I am involved with advocating for education and our local issues through our state association, which is called WASDA, and that's the Washington State School Directors Association. I recently attended a legislative assembly where school board members from across the state set the direction for 2018's advocacy efforts. I currently have 4 children in the Wenatchee School District attending 4 different schools: elementary, middle, Wenatchee High School, and Westside High School. I have experience as a parent in a dual language program, as well as the parent-partnered learning program. This broad range of experiences enriched my perspective and approach as a board member on a multitude of topics. I recently completed a Master of Arts graduate degree in organizational leadership, which is well suited for my role as a school board member.
Again, that's Jennifer Talbot. She's being challenged by former educator Sarah Knox, whose campaign focuses on improving communications between the district and the community.
I see what is happening in the schools around Central Washington, and I know we can do better here in Wenatchee. I value transparency. It should not be a mystery how or why certain decisions are made. I will push for a culture of openness that will start from the board and go from the top down. I value collaboration. Parents, teachers, students, and the community deserve to have a say and to have their opinions thoughtfully considered. If elected, I would work to establish committees made out of parents, teachers, and community members that will help guide policies. I value implementing the best evidence-based practices. Our children are not guinea pigs. We should always be seeking the best strategies and practices to implement for our children. We can do better for our kids. We must do better for our kids. I have the knowledge, background, training, and passion to help make our school district even better.
Sarah Knox and Jennifer Talbot were joined at last week's forum by Position 3 incumbent Claudia DeRobles and her challenger Sunny Hemphill and Michelle Sandberg, who's running unopposed for her position. Later today, we'll share some profiles of DeRobles and Hemphill for you on our 5 o'clock news coming up with Grant Olson. Well, finally, Dan, as we all know, it's apparently taking a little while for motorists to get adjusted to negotiating that new traffic roundabout on the east side of the Senator George Seller Bridge. In fact, we sent our drone guy out yesterday to get some shots of the bridge. The confusion is for westbound traffic entering the bridge from 5th Street and Valley Mall Parkway off the roundabout, with the traffic entering the bridge southbound off Sunset Highway. Now, the new configuration, as you can see here, requires that cars entering from the north yield the right-of-way, as we see, to cars on the left coming out of the roundabout. That confusion has resulted in some close calls, but no injury accidents. It's quite interesting because just after Brandon finished doing the drone footage there was an accident right there in that same location. So yeah, people are taking a while. So,
and if you were looking carefully at the video, you notice that the car in the right, he was supposed to yield to the car in the roundabout, didn't yield, just whoop right through it. So
watch your manners out there.
It is 16 minutes after the hour. Steve teased just a little bit. We have a newscast that we're quite proud of. It comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock Monday through Friday with our own Grant Olson in the anchor chair, NCW Life News, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock.
And if you missed the stories on the air, we've got them posted on our website at ncwlife.com. And if you see news happening or have an idea for a news story or topic or issue you want us to cover, give us a call at 888-2020 or Facebook messages.
And a quick reminder, Steve just had that profile of a couple of Wenatchee School Board candidates. Election Day, 1 month from today.
That's right.
Here you go. 16 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. When we come back, we got sports, today in history, birthdays, the obscure holiday, and a whole bunch more. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Tuesday edition on the NCW Life channel.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
We've been in the cleaning industry for over 10 years, and we noticed a need in the housing market for reliable, professional, and specialized cleaning and finishing company.
They come in with spunk and personality, a lot of energy, and they take pride in their business.
We offer a wide array of cleaning solutions, no matter how big or small the job. Anything from new construction to move-in, move-outs, we do it all. Give us a call today to see how we can help you with your cleanup.
18 minutes after the hour on this 10th day of October 2017. It's a Tuesday. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. Let's take a look at sports. First of all, it's our schedule, our broadcast schedule for the week, and it looks like this. Tonight, we have a replay of the Wenatchee versus Davis soccer match that was played on September 19th. That'll be followed tomorrow. Thursday night hockey. We'll have Call of the Wild at 7, and then the Wild in Vernon from tomorrow night's game. That'll air at 7:15 on Thursday. We're back at Eastmont High School for Senior Night Friday. The Wildcats will be hosting the Eisenhower Cadets, final home game of the season. 7 o'clock kickoff. Grant Olson and Jay Seebeck will have your play-by-play. That'll be live here. And then on Saturday, it's the replay of last week's fantastic soccer match between Wenatchee and West Valley. Spoiler alert, Panthers win, followed by Eastmont and Moses Lake football at 7. A game that was originally played back on September 22nd. All coming up this week on NCW Life Sports. On the prep schedule for today, in soccer, Eastmont is at Davis, Cascade takes on Okanagan, Brewster is at Manson, Omak is at Cashmere, Wenatchee travels down to take on the Eisenhower Cadets. In volleyball tonight, Moses Lake Christian is at Aniat, Waterville Mansfield takes on Lake Roosevelt. Cashmere will host Omak, Okanagan will host Cascade. Wenatchee girls volleyball team is also in Eisenhower to take on the Cadets, and Davis is at Eastmont. Well, it seems the bye week came just in the nick of time for the Seahawks as the team is dealing with a number of injuries. Pete Carroll met with the media Monday and first wanted to highlight the defense in Seattle's 16-10 victory over Los Angeles on Sunday.
So we were able to keep them from being effective in the ways they'd been effective, and we'll see how many times people hold them to 10 points. I think that's a pretty good output for the day. They started fast and got off to a real good roll, and our guys rallied and came back and played really 3 quarters of great football and kept them down. But you got to get they're good. They're doing a lot of really good stuff, and it took us some special plays and some good fortune and all to keep it down. But the great part about it was, even though they started pretty well, they weren't able to maintain it. And our guys were able to adjust and play really good football and play really aggressive and take their strengths somewhat minimized during the course of the day.
Left guard Luke Jokel is having arthroscopic knee surgery sometime this week. Michael Bennett has a foot injury he's trying to heal. Cliff Avrill's neck injury might be more serious than originally thought. So as a result, Pete Carroll is happy to have a bye week so the team can start to recover.
It always does. Yeah, it always does. I'm thrilled that we're where we are at this time after kind of the a start that we weren't exactly counting on, to be back in the division and have an opportunity to be in good shape for this week when we're off. That's important for us mentally, and we have a lot of work to do, and we're going to come roaring back. But guys will be healed up somewhat, and we should be fresh, and we're going to try to take full advantage of that. And we got a big trip to coming back, going to New York, and it'll be huge to get everybody out there going again.
Seahawks are 3-2 after Sunday's win. First place, of course, in the NFC West. They are off. On October 22nd, they are in the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants. All right, October baseball. First of all, the American League Divisional Series yesterday. Houston advances to the American League Championship Series. They knocked off Boston 5-4. Rainy day at Fenway Park. Josh Reddick's RBI base hit in the 8th, pushing the Astros to the American League Championship Series. Of course, they were in the National League Championship Series 12 years ago. The Yankees forced a Game 5. They downed Cleveland 7-3 at Yankee Stadium. Luis Severino struck out 9. He allowed 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 walk over 7 innings. A 5th and deciding Game 5 Wednesday, Cleveland at 5 o'clock. In the National League Divisional Series, Cody Bellinger and Austin Barnes hit home runs. The Dodgers knock off the Diamondbacks 3-1. They sweep that series. LA, though, they have to wait to see who they'll face in the National League Championship Series. Chicago leads Washington 2-1. Monday, they knocked off the Nationals 2-1 at Wrigley Field. Anthony Rizzo's bloop base hit scored pinch runner Lenois Martin with the game winner in the 8th. They play again today at 2:30 with the Nationals facing elimination. October baseball, as good as it gets. 22 minutes after the hour. Wake up, Wenatchee Valley, live here from Studio 15 in downtown Wenatchee. The obscure holiday of the day today, celebrated annually on October 10th. Today is Handbag Day, National Handbag Day. There you go. A couple things about handbags. In the early 1900s, handbags meant men's handbags. Men used to carry their stuff around in a small little handbag. Then along came the wallet, and the handbag became more of a women's accessory, except in Europe. It's still pretty popular among both the sexes in Europe. I would celebrate National Handbag Day today by contributing to the Purple Purse Foundation. As you well know, this is a competition that the Wenatchee Valley YWCA is in with a bunch of other nonprofits, and whichever nonprofit raises the most amount of money throughout the course of the month of October, they win $100,000 from Allstate. Jenny Pratt talked about it last week on this show. Donate to the Purple Purse cause, the Purple Purse Challenge, and whoever raises the most amount of money here in the Valley wins a really cool purple purse with a retail value of $400. That's the way you celebrate Handbag Day, to contribute to the YWCA. They would appreciate it. They're good folks. 23 minutes after the hour. It is time for Today in History. It is October 10th, 172 years ago, October 10th, 1845. The United States Naval Academy opened its doors. There's the crest of the United States Naval Academy. Happy anniversary to the midshipmen. The United States Naval Academy opened on this date 172 years ago. Bancroft Hall, which you see there, is the largest single dormitory in the world. In the world. It's where all the midshipmen live. About 4,000 of them call that place home. Bancroft Hall has 1,700 rooms, 4.8 miles of hallways, 33 acres of floor space. It is an incredible sight to see. When you can't actually go inside Bancroft Hall, but when you visit the campus of the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, you can look at it. It's huge, isn't it? Happy birthday to the United States Naval Academy, anchors away. It opened on this date in 1845. On this date, 146 years ago, the Great Chicago Fire finally came to an end. Did Mrs. O'Leary's cow start the fire? Probably not. But she was a scapegoat, and people love their scapegoats. About 300 people were killed, 17,000 buildings burned to the ground like a lot of buildings in 1871, like a lot of cities in 1871. Everything was made out of wood. Even the sidewalks were made out of wood. Didn't take a great deal for fires like this to get going. The Great Chicago Fire came to an end on this date 146 years ago today. One of the masterpieces of all of rock and roll music. First hit record stores on this date in 1966, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. It took 7 months to record, cost $75,000 to record one song, but it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds of unbelievable music. One of the half dozen greatest rock and roll songs ever, Good Vibrations. You could buy the 45 at your record store beginning on this date in 1966. And anytime I can get my favorite vice president on the show, he gets to be on the show. I'm speaking, of course, about the legendary Spiro Agnew, who 44 years ago today, on this date in 1973, pled nolo contendere to tax evasion charges and resigned as the vice president of the United States. He was charged with evasion of federal income tax. The guy was taking payments while he was the governor of Maryland, and then he kept right on doing it in the vice president's office. Out the door. Spiro Agnew was out the door in this state 44 years ago, and Richard M. Nixon had the good sense to put Gerald R. Ford in that seat 26 minutes after the hour. Birthdays for October 10th. Perhaps the greatest jazz pianist of all times, Thelonious Monk. He's got a claim to it. Thelonious Monk, the great pianist and composer, was born in this state in 1917, passed away at the age of 64 back in 1982. He was also a great composer. Round Midnight, Blue Monk, Straight No Chaser, these are all three jazz classics, all of them written by Thelonious Monk. Between him and Bill Evans on who's the greatest jazz piano player of all time, my money is on Thelonious Monk, but they're both great. He was born in the state in 1917. Peter Coyote celebrates a birthday today. He's 76 years old today. Of course, I first got to know him in E.T., He was in E.T., he was in Patch Adams, Deadwood, but he's really, for the last 20 years, mostly known for his narration work. In fact, he's narrated the last 6 Ken Burns documentary, including the Vietnam War, the film that just ended last week. Peter Coyote, the great narrator, among other things, is 76 years old today. Brett Favre is 48 years old today. He holds all kinds of NFL records, most career pass completions, most career pass attempts, most career interceptions thrown. You're going to have that when you throw the ball that much. Most consecutive starts by a player, most times sacked on down the line, inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In 2016, Brett Favre is 48 years old today. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the American race car driver, actor, he's been in a few shows. He's 43 today, and of course he's retiring at the end of this season, this racing season. I wonder what it's like to retire at the age of 43. That's a remarkable achievement. Happy birthday to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Might not be the best NASCAR driver around right now, but he's certainly the most popular. Of that, there's no question. 28 minutes after the hour. Don't forget, if you know somebody who's celebrating a birthday, and we have some birthday wishes, some local celebrities coming up, by the way, on this show. Any number of ways to submit them to us. You can go to our Facebook page and message us. You can go to our website at ncwlife.com. ncwlife.com, you'll see the icon for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Click on the icon. The Birthday Club submission form pops up. Fill out the form, attach the photo, we'll get it on the air. Whatever it takes, get your local celebrity's birthday to us, and we'll get it on the air here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. All right, everyone is entitled to Mike Mignotti's opinion here in just a couple of minutes. Before we get to that, special thanks to our sponsors. Weinstein Beverage distributes this product, among many, many others. It's called Pepsi Zero. What's the zero stand for? It means no sugar, none. The regular Pepsi has sugar in it. That's part of the taste and part of the flavor and part of the enjoyment of a good Pepsi product. This Pepsi Zero has no sugar, but it still has the Pepsi taste. I don't know how they do it, how they did it. Took them a while, but they figured it out. Pepsi Zero. If you love the Pepsi taste, but you don't like the sugar, pick this product up. It's distributed by Weinstein Beverage. And thanks to our friends at Highgate Senior Living. You want somebody else to take care of the grocery shopping? Somebody else to do the cooking, somebody else to do the laundry. We all want that. Highgate can do that for you. Or if you want to do your own cooking too, because the living quarters at Highgate, you get your own kitchenette right there. They also have the walk-in showers instead of the tubs. I'll guarantee you when you get into your shower in the morning, there won't be a black widow running around like it was in mine this morning, because Highgate Senior Living does a great job. Highgate Senior Living, each day to the fullest, and I know a lot of the residents watch this show, so hi residents of Highgate, thanks for watching. Highgate Senior Living, call Melissa and take a tour today. 29 minutes after the hour. Don't forget, in the second half of the show, we're going to pay it forward with our friends at the Lighthouse Clinic. Jenny will be joining us, the director of the Lighthouse Clinic, and also Dale Fields, the chairman of the Pay It Forward Day, and Pastor Jay from the Calvary Crossroads Church on Maple Street. They'll all be on this show in this studio. In just a couple of minutes, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
This is Melissa Knott, and I'd like to welcome you to Highgate Senior Living, where our residents become friends and our friends become family. Come enjoy a quiet moment in our beautiful courtyard or join your friends for great conversation. Improve your balance with one of our many gentle exercise classes and enjoy home-cooked meals with friends in our beautiful dining room. Highgate Senior Living, each day to the fullest.
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
We've been in the cleaning industry for over 10 years, and we notice a need in the housing market for reliable, professional, and specialized cleaning and finishing company.
They come in with spunk and personality, a lot of energy, and they take pride in their business.
We offer a wide array of cleaning solutions, no matter how big or small the job. Anything from new construction to move-in, move-outs, we do it all. Give us a call today to see how we can help you with your cleanup.
It turns out some people are more likely to do well at charter college and succeed in a new career. So, what's this charter type? Charter types are go-getters. Charter types follow through. Charter types love a challenge. If you're a hard worker looking for a fast path to a better career, you're just our type. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Is this really what we're gonna do on our girls' night out? We should go to Club Crow. The bar and grill in Kashmir? Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Kashmir, the coolest place in town.
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. Selling your home, it's a big step. Can we find the right buyer in this market? Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on. So you have a secret weapon. You mean we have a secret weapon. I like that. Oh, what do you think of the wallpaper? I love that touch.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, you ever think about this? You know, you have a wife or a girlfriend, and sometimes you don't treat her very nice. You figure, hey, this is my private life. It's nobody's business if I'm a jerk now and then. Besides, you think the wife, the girlfriend, they're sometimes less than pleasant themselves, so it's her fault if you end up getting mad at her and if you call her names, something like that, right? Well, let me tell you something. There's a good chance that someone's therapist knows all about you. I mean, you never know. If you ask any mental health professional, they'll be able to tell you that they have a client or two whose significant other has no idea that they've sought therapy. And I tell you, that's something maybe you should think about. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by First Choice Collision Center. The Oktoberfest 10-mile and 5-mile trail runs plus a kids race happens Saturday, October 14. This event is held on Wenatchee National Forest lands near Leavenworth, with the start and finish occurring at the community's historic ski hill facility. Registration is open until October 13. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
Quality, comfort, style, service. This is the Crown Furniture difference for more than 50 years. Their commitment to you is to provide the best furniture and mattresses the industry has to offer at a great price. Shop Crown Furniture today to experience the difference. And remember, free setup, delivery, and haul away in their service area is just another way they show they care.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Boucher, attorney and owner of EstateEdge.com. If you died unexpectedly, who would take care of your estate? Your minor children. EstateEdge.com is your online resource to obtain a simple will and other important estate planning documents. Having a will allows you to plan in advance for the protection of your estate and the care and custody of your children. For your peace of mind, go to EstateEdge.com today.
Who had the reception, and now he collects the touchdown. Got on goal when Hatchie scores. Reagan lines up the three. Yes! Oh my goodness! To figure out where the line is, where they'll cover from. West fighting on the bottom, and he got the pin. Swung on and hit hard to left field. Caught out there in left field. Get the shot. Yes! And Wenatchee Valley wins it.
On the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
36 minutes after the hour, and wake up in Wenatchee Valley for this Tuesday, October 10th. The place to be this Saturday, October 14th, is the Calvary Crossroads Church because they are paying it forward. We have three special guests for the first part of the show. Please welcome from the Lighthouse Clinic, Ginny Kerstetter. Did I pronounce that correctly, Ginny?
You did.
Woohoo! Next to Ginny is Dale Fields, who's the chairman of the Pay It Forward Day. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you.
Dale and I were talking off camera here about your previous job. Dale's retired now. He worked for the Department of Defense at Bangor, which I thought was fascinating.
Oh,
then we started talking about submarine movies.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So.
And The Hunt for Red October. And,
yeah. Are you a submarine movie kind of guy?
I enjoy all that.
I mean, some people
stuff.
enjoy that subgenre.
Yeah, and I enjoy reading the submarine books and stuff. Yeah.
It must be fascinating work. How about Das Boot? You ever watch Das Boot?
I have not.
You should.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's slightly claustrophobic, but it's a fascinating movie.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating movie. And you want to get the one that has when they're speaking German and it has the English subtitles.
Oh,
that's the one to watch. So. And the Bedford Incident too. You ever watch that one?
I have not watched that.
That's a great movie
either.
as well.
Okay.
So that's two submarine movies. All right, enough submarine talk.
Okay, yeah.
Let's talk about this weekend.
Okay.
Ginny got a hold of me, a couple of weeks ago about this event. First of all, thank you for getting in touch with me.
Well, thank you for having us.
How did I get to be so lucky for you to reach out and say, can you come do my show?
Well, you guys have been a big supporter of the Lighthouse Christian Ministries as well as the Lighthouse Clinic, and we so appreciate all the support you've given us, obviously as both local companies and here in our community. And so I decided, what better way to get the word out here but then to come in and talk to the community about this event.
I'm glad that you did. How did the church and Dale get in touch with Ginny? How did this come together as a partnership between the Lighthouse Clinic and the church?
Well, Dale and Sherelle approached me about this event that they were doing, and knowing that we had the clinic, we also attend the same church, but and when they came to me and said, this is the event we want to do, we want to be able to offer this to the community, I said, what better way than to bring in, it's called Medical Teams International, has a large 38-foot dental van that they bring into the community, and then they actually have 2 dental chairs set up in this van. And we offer free dental services then. And at that point, I said, what a great way to be able to partner with you guys on this and bring this dental van in. And as it is, Calvary Crossroads has a large parking lot. That is one requirement that they have because of the large size of the van. And so we just thought, well, let's bring it in. And partner with them on this, and so it was a great match.
Was it hard to get the van? I mean, my guess is it's busy all the time.
Actually, we have a little side in.
So it's not who you know, it's who Ginny knows, right?
That's right.
It's the driver of the van is one of our dental assistants she volunteers for us at the clinic. And she just got this position about a year ago. And so Medical Teams International is actually based out of Renton. And so, but they hired our dental assistant on as their driver last year. And so I called them, actually I had to deal with them direct, and called them, and they said, yeah, we would love to do this.
And you got it on a
partner.
Saturday too,
Yeah.
which is the best of all possible days.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah. And it was perfect timing in October. It's just a great time of the year to be doing something like
And
this.
it's a fairly quiet weekend, so there's a lot of, we can really build up interest in this, because last
Yeah.
weekend there was so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
is the perfect day for that. Talk about Saturday proper. What can people expect at the church on Saturday? What are you looking for? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish, Dale, on Saturday?
Okay. Well, what we're looking to accomplish is to just reach out to the community with love and offer services and products that people that are struggling to get by can use. There's a lot of people out there that are, I read a survey just recently that said that 63% of America are one paycheck away from financial hardships. So that means that if you had a $1,000 medical bill or a $500 car problem that you needed to fix, that you would be in a hardship if any one of those things happened to you. And we all know that stuff does happen. The other thing is 40% of single mothers are under poverty level. And so we want to reach out to the families, the widows, the single moms, the single dads that are having problems, and just give them the opportunity to come in and enjoy these services for free. And the services we're offering are haircuts. We just thought how nice it would be to be able to just come in and get a free haircut. We're also offering family photos. And it's a great time of year for that, because we're going to offer, there's either going to be a Christmas theme or just a regular family photo. So if you come in and get a picture taken, you can use it for Christmas cards or handing out to family and friends at Christmas time. We're also going to be, like Jenny said, we're going to have the dental bus there for people who need extractions or fillings. And there's going to be blood pressure testing also there.
How did you, when you guys got together, figured, okay, we talked about how people are having a hard time making ends meet. You threw those very sobering statistics out.
Yeah.
So, okay, I can feed my kids, and I got a roof over my head, and I can put a little bit of gas on the car. So you sat down and said, these are the kinds of things that people aren't going to be doing right now because they don't have the money, like getting their blood pressure checked, like getting their hair cut, like getting their teeth checked. Is that how that decision was made?
That is correct, yeah. And it was, what can we do to help? You know, there's all kinds of different things out there, but we wanted to try and pull it together in one spot. So we're also going to have a bouncy house there and a place where kids can do face painting. So the whole family can come in, and the mom and dad can get things that they need, and services, and we're also going to be offering free lunches and bags of food and bags of toiletry items. So you can come in and pick those things up, and the kids will be out there playing, and just to give people an opportunity to make it easier on them financially. And we had we met a lady that is going to be assisting, and we are telling her about it, and she said, you know, this is such a great idea. There was a time in my life when me and my husband, we were both working several jobs. We were having such a hard time financially. We had some things come up medically. We couldn't afford to do a lot of the basic stuffs. And it was actually a really dark place for us. And if we could have had a day like this that was light, a day where we could come in and receive some of these products or services, it would have been just such a blessing for us. And I think that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish here.
And my guess is, from what you mentioned, that Ginny, the Lighthouse Clinic, is quite busy, I'm assuming. I haven't seen you for a while. How is the clinic? What's going on there?
It's doing very well, thank you. We probably serve between 8 and 10 patients on a given Tuesday night or Friday morning. And as Dale mentioned, you know, there are people that literally have no dental insurance or medical or are underinsured. And that is the purpose of the clinic, is to serve the needs of those people. It is not necessarily just for homeless people. I think that's sometimes misunderstood, that we do serve underinsured as well as the uninsured. And so what happens is they come in and they've been in pain for 2-3 weeks, sometimes 2-3 months, and they come in and their whole demeanor when they walk out has been changed. I mean, some people can't function at work because of the pain they're in because of dental. And so, yes, we are meeting the needs of those people. And sometimes, you know, our dental director and I will sit down and we'll talk and we'll be like, well, maybe we've pulled all the, you know, people who are in pain and stuff. And, you know, that following Tuesday or Friday, whenever it is, like last week, you know, last Friday, we had 3 patients on Tuesday evening, and we just thought, that's kind of weird. And Friday morning, I believe we saw 8 or 9 patients again. So, and we just recently started fillings, basic fillings, and that is going extremely well. And our hopes that when we get into our new facility, which will be moving probably sometime spring or summer of next year, early summer, is we're expanding, we're doubling our space. We've gone from 2 rooms for dental to 4, and 2 exam rooms for medical to 4. And so that will double our space and capacity to be able to serve the needs of our community here. So,
where do you get your dental and medical professionals to do this work for the Lighthouse? Where do they come from?
Everybody is a volunteer. We do have local dentists, local providers, medical providers that volunteer their time here. We get them, you know, here locally, and we're always looking for new dentists, new medical providers to volunteer there. It's very rewarding. It's just, you know, there's nothing better than to help somebody relieve that pain and watch them walk out. You know, we have so many people that come in with anxiety, they don't like to visit the dentist or whatever, and they're afraid, you know, to have that tooth pulled.
And they have no money.
And they have no money,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and what's the nice thing about the connection that we have with the local dentists here is that there's a great referral system. If they see a patient and they know that they don't have any money for that extraction, they tell that patient about the Lighthouse Clinic and refer them to us.
Because nothing works unless people know about it, right?
Absolutely.
Which is one of the reasons that you and Dale are on this show. Yeah. It's 48 minutes out there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Ginny is going to stay right here. Nothing personal, Dale, but we're going to 86 you on out of here.
That's fine.
And we're going to bring Pastor Jay in from the church after this quick break. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi, my name's Emmy. And I'm Ashley. And we'd like to invite you to this year's Wenatchee Mini Maker Fair. It will be held on October 21st at the Wenatchee Convention Center. And guess what? It's free!
Wenatchee Mini Maker Fair allows people to show, sell, and demonstrate what they've made to the community.
This year there will be a variety of booths, everything from art to robotics, along with hands-on demonstrations and performances throughout the show. So bring your friends, bring your family, and come on down.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson.
Of the NCW Life Legislative Hotline, I'm Steve Hare.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Live Sports.
And now, your weather forecast for north central Washington.
We're here at the downtown fire station right now.
Dry and warm weather pattern for Friday.
Considering that we're supposed to be 103 degrees today, how do you keep these guys cool?
And this just in, traffic is slowed in the Orondo area as firefighters attack a brush fire.
Right here on NCW Life News.
It's a spectacular good time all month long in Kashmir. Scarecrows will be waiting for you throughout the town. Silly ones, spooky ones, and everything in between. Yes, it's Scare Crazy in Kashmir. Bring the family and find the scarecrows all around Kashmir. And be sure to stop by these fine sponsors. The Antique Mall at Kashmir. Come find your treasure. And Club Crow Bar and Grill, home of the blues, brews, and barbecue.
Do you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom, host of Let's Learn here on the NCW Life channel, a program where we learn about different topics. And on this particular series, it's death and die. It's a conversation that no one wants to have, but we're going to have it right here on the NCW Life channel. So you're dead. Now what? We're going to learn all about the choices you have and the decisions you need to make. It's Let's Learn on the NCW Life channel.
It's 52 minutes after the hour on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Jenny Kerstetter is still here. She's the director of the Lighthouse Clinic. Dale is now off on camera, and Pastor Jay, I'm sorry, last name Jay?
Carone.
Jay Carone from the Calvary Crossroads Church has joined us. Welcome to the program. It's good to have you here.
So glad.
So you probably were watching the first half of the interview. So what's your favorite submarine movie, Jay?
Oh, that's easy. I like Das Boot.
Das Boot's a great movie, yeah.
But I also like, I think it's WUWV-2017.
Now that one I'm not
Matthew
familiar
McConaughey.
with. Okay, when did that come out?
That came out recently. I mean, well, within the last 12 years.
Okay.
But it was about the capture of the Enigma.
Oh, okay.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
Very dramatic movie.
Okay. You want to talk about submarine movies, or maybe talk about Paying It Forward?
Let's talk about Pay It Forward, yes.
Why your church? Why your church for this event?
Why
Besides
our church?
the fact it has a large campus.
It does, yes.
There's
but
more to it than that.
Yes, we as believers there have realized that unconditional love is a fairly kept secret in this world. And one way to let people know that God loves them is to show it. And so our people have just, over the years, found that what are we known for as people in this community? Judgment or redemption and help? And so there's just been an awakening among us, and maybe it's overdue, but it's here now. Better late than never. And we're realizing that people in this community don't know how much God loves them. They don't know how much Christians have to offer, you know. And so we're trying to slowly turn into the wind here and become somebody that says, hey, you know, God loves you, we love you, and there's no strings attached here. We want to just pick you up and pay it forward. We want to give you a pick you up, and we want to give you a boost. And we've been there, a lot of us. You know, a lot of us know how to be self-reliant, but why should self-reliance put a wall up between you and those that sometimes don't have that prerogative or they don't have that capability? So we just want to reach out and let people know there's hope. And so there's been a great response among our people to get involved in this project here. We're plenty manned up. We've seen donations come in from our own people. We've seen wonderful donations come in from the community.
I was going to ask Dale about that because as the chairman, he's probably the one who had to do the old.
He did all the legwork,
strong army,
but he didn't have to twist anybody's arm.
That's always the way it's been
These
around
businesses
here,
in this town, and we're going to have a little board that has all of their names on it, and we want to do so much more for them. But some of them are going to come in at the last minute. But we're just going to let the people that are standing in line while we're serving them coffee and donuts while they're waiting to come in the main doors, we're going to let them know these are also some of the businesses that love you too, and they're generously donating time and services here.
And businesses usually step up to the plate.
They do.
Anytime I talk to
Yes.
anybody
Yep.
about these kinds of things, it's always no
Yeah.
problem.
Very open-handed.
Yeah.
Very wonderful people. So.
Calvary Crossroads Church and the Lighthouse have a relationship, as we mentioned before.
Yes.
Jenny just didn't go online and Google Earth and let's find the church with the biggest parking lot, because we got a 38-foot van. There's been quite a bit of communication between the two of you.
Yeah, we love them, and they're doing a great work. We're all trying to reach everybody, and sometimes you reach people when they're downest and outest, and sometimes you catch people when they're doing great. But you say, hey, you know what? It's not just about us; it's about helping people. And so it's a great relationship. We support Lighthouse Clinic. We support the ministry financially, but we also just want to be a place where people that just filter through the community can also come to church there. So it's Jenny's such an incredible leader, and I just salute Lighthouse Christian Ministries because their whole organization is just from top down is run professionally, and I think God just blesses it. I really do.
The October 14th at 11 a.m., are you expecting Saturday there's going to be, say, at 8 o'clock, a ton of people in your parking lot looking to get goods and services, lining up at the dental van? How's that all going to work logistic-wise? Jenny, you want to address that? We'll talk about the dental van specifically from your...
Yeah, so the dental van will arrive probably about 8 o'clock, get set up and everything, and then we did ask that they schedule appointments there for that very reason, because otherwise what will happen, and I'm sure we will still have people that will line up not knowing that they were to have an appointment. So what we've already decided is, or what we already have going, is we are completely booked for both extractions and fillings. We've completely filled every spot, but we've been taking names and phone numbers of people that have been calling, putting them on a waiting list, because as you know, there's always going to be those people that don't show up for their appointment. And so therefore, we'll be able to fit them in. But then also too, for those who just show up and in line, we're prepared, as the Lighthouse Clinic will also have a booth set up there to hand them cards to bring them into the clinic at that time and meet their needs, because our philosophy at the clinic too is we don't turn anybody away, regardless of their means to pay, because of the pain that or suffering that they're in. So
that's the Lighthouse Clinic side of things, as we mentioned before. Haircuts, lunch, groceries, family photos, blood pressure tests. How are you going to handle, I'm assuming, quite a bit of people on your parking lot on Saturday morning?
We are prepared for, if we're overwhelmed, we have rain checks. We recognize that this is the first time we're doing this, and it's our first rodeo. Not entirely, but this kind, and we're so excited, aren't we, Jenny?
We are.
And so are Dale and Sherelle. But we're excited that God may do something so much bigger than we planned for, that next year when we do it again, it'll be phenomenal, as much as now, but even better. But we're prepared that if we have more people than we anticipated, we'll just deal with it. And we're going to have like a hot meal, spaghetti and meatballs and salad in the cafeteria area, and then just haircuts next to them, and people. Just, there's going to be something for everybody, as she already articulated and Dale already articulated. So it's going to be a chance for people to feel like somebody cares. And if we can't help you right then and there, which we're going to try to do, we're going to do our level best. But if not, we know where we are, and we'll help you somehow, some way.
In the 45 seconds we have left, Pastor Jay, Calvary Crossroads Church, pitch your church. Go ahead. Give us a 45-second thumbnail of what
people
we can
say.
expect.
People say we're friendly.
I noticed by your dress code that
thank
you seem to be
you.
a pretty formal guy.
We're friendly. We're learning. We don't claim to have the corner on all the truth. We're still learning about God through the Word. But we try to be humble. We try to have an open door policy, and we do. We love people. We don't know a stranger for long. And if you come and visit us, we'll offer you as much of Jesus as we have in us. And so we're excited that to be his hands and feet in the community.
Pastor Jay from Calvary Crossroads Church. This all takes place on Maple Street, 1301 Maple Street. It begins at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. Jenny, thanks for coming by and visiting us.
Thanks for having
Pastor
us.
Jay, praise the Lord, my friend. Thanks, my friend, over there in the corner, the guy we threw off. That's Dale. Everybody have yourself a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.